Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And first of all, I would like to thank you, Dr. Watana Manon and Dr. Praponchita Putra, to help me and to be here at Transit University Conference 2021. Today, I will present about the research factors affecting flight delays of Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport, presented by me, Mr. Amornteb Intasorn from the Civil Aviation Training Center. Okay, the first one is the agenda. They are consisting 5. The first one is the introduction. The second one is objectives, materials and methods, results and discussion. And the last one is conclusion. Okay, let me start at the introduction first. Please take a look at the number 1 and running to the number 6 about the introduction. By the Thailand has development, plan strategic plan and sustainable goals, as well as restructure Thailand to Thailand 4.0, which points consider one of the key strategies of the 12th National Development Plan. Thailand has a policy to prepare the future industrial development or new S-curve, including the robot industry, aviation and logistics industry, biofuel and biochemical industry, digital industry, and the last one is the integrated medical industry to drive the country economy from the expansion of various industrial sectors, especially the aviation and logistics industries in Thailand has a geographical advantage over other than countries in Southeast Asia. And the statistics showing in the 2019, Thailand had a very high traffic volume among the 35 airports. It has grown by 10% of the average of the 3,000 flights a day, or not less than 1 million flights per year, and will be increased by 1/4 or not less than 2 million flights a year within the next 15 years, which resulted in the high workloads of air traffic controllers to operate the air traffic services. The 3 main departments, including the Aerodrome Control Service, Approach Control Service, and the last one is the Area Control Service. Regardless of the flight volume, the air traffic control services has 3 purposes to achieve. And the first one is preventing collision between aircraft and aircraft. The second one is preventing the collision between preventing collision or the maneuvering area between aircraft and obstructions. And the last one is expediting and maintaining orderly flow of the air traffic. And due to the geographical structure and various factors at Don Mueang International Airport is different from the most general airports. It offers services for the commercial aircraft operating both domestic and international flights, aircraft that are used in the training and military missions, and the aircraft that serve important persons both domestic and abroad. From the background and the impression of the problems, the researchers were interested to study the factors affecting flight delays from the air traffic management at the Aerodrome and Approach Control Service at Don Mueang International Airport, to have a guideline to reduce the impact of the air traffic management of the flight delays and increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the traffic controller to the managing and controlling the airspace at Don Mueang International Airport. And the next one is the objectives. In this research, including 2 objectives, the first one is to study the flight delays level of Aerodrome and Approach Control Service at Don Mueang International Airport. And the second one is to study the factors affecting the flight delays of Aerodrome and Approach Control Service at Don Mueang International Airport. The next part is the materials and methods. The population and population symbols. Population is included in this study were 110 air traffic controllers, and the sample group was 86 by using the Casey and Margaret table. And the research tools, used cross and in questionnaire on factors affecting flight delays through 5-point Sprinkler rating scale and convert alpha coefficients of the factor affecting flight delays were 0.864, which is more than 0.5. Data collection, the researcher corrected the data by online surveys. The questionnaires were completed and analyzed with the 86 copies of the data representing 100%. And the last one is the data analysis. The researcher used the statistics to compare the classified personal characteristics factors in analyzing the mean, the standard deviation to answer the research question 1, and use linear multiple regression statistics to answer the research question 2. The next part is a results and discussion. And the first one is a factor affecting flight delays. Based on the online survey conducted using a questionnaire, the air traffic controllers rated the factors affecting the flight delays of Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport at a high level, with overall mean of 3.89, and the SDR standard deviation equal 0.48. The level is high, but the air traffic volume have a highest mean equal to 4.18 and SD 0.58. Air traffic service meaning 4.05 and SD 0.62. Weather is a mean 4.00 and SD 0.66. Airport mean equal to 3.71 and SD is 0.66. And the last one is a ground passenger management activities is a mean 3.64 and the SD or standard deviation equal to 0.68. In the summary, the air traffic controller related the factors affecting the flight delays at Don Mueang International Airport. Similar or not different from each other, since every factor affected the flight delays is dependent on the difference of time, place, or situation to identify which among the factors had the most effect on the flight delays. The air traffic controllers had no control over the delays other than to prepare and plan when the flight delays occur. And the next one is a summary of the overall test results, various factors affecting flight delays of Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport. The overall result of the analysis showed the relationship between various factors affecting the flight delays of the Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport. The service found that the independent variables, namely air traffic volume, air traffic service, weather, airport, and ground passenger management activities, were positively correlated with the dependent variables, which has an impact on the flight delay at Don Mueang International Airport with the multiple correlation coefficients as shown in this slide. Please take a look at the model number 1, air traffic volume. The multiple correlation coefficient is for 0.36, meaning that it is able to predict the flight delays at Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport equal to 18.50% with the 0.67 standard error of the estimate. And the model number 2, the multiple correlation coefficient is equal to 0.47, means that it is able to predict the flight delays at Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport equal to 22.5% with a 0.66 standard error of estimated as shown in this slide. And the next one is a summary of the overall coefficients offering a multiple correlation of factors affecting Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport. The overall result of the analysis showed that various factors affect the flight delays of Aerodrome and approach control services at Don Mueang International Airport. There are only two factors that affect the flight delay were the air traffic volume and the airport. Since both has a significant level less than 0.05, by model number 1, the air traffic volume have a significant point at 0.00, and the model number 2, air traffic volume at 0.01 and airport have a significant point 0.04. The next one is a conclusion. For the conclusion of objective 1, the overall research results show that the factors affecting flight delays of the Aerodrome and approach control service were at a high level. In considering the meaning of each factor, it was found that there were not many differences or could be stated a similar response because each factor has an effect on flight delays. It depends on the difference of time, place, or situation at that time to identify which one among the factors could be resulted in flight delays and which was random phenomena. And the conclusion of the objective 2, the overall analysis of the relationship between various factors affecting flight delays of Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport showed that the factors affecting flight delays were the air traffic volume factor and airport factor that has effect on the flight delays at Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport because of the airline delay management problems, or ADMP, which can be described as the task of dealing with the delayed airline operational delays and deciding whether to delay subsequent flights at a hub airport or to have them departing on time. An innovative integral linear programming approach is presented to the capacitated case of the ADMP and airport limitations in terms of the way variability, taxiway capacity, and runway separation are incorporated to represent capacity constraints. The next one is a suggestion for further research. There are 3 points. The first one is research should be conducted on the factors affecting flight delays at regional air traffic control centers to compare factors affecting flight delays with agencies that provide air traffic control services in the Aerodrome and approach control service as well, but has a different job characteristic with Aerodrome and approach control service at Don Mueang International Airport. The second one is research should be conducted on human factors affecting the efficiency of the air traffic control services to understand the operational factors that cause of air traffic controllers to commit errors during the operations of and affect the efficiency of the air traffic control services. And the last one is that there should be a research on factors affecting flight delays at other airports, namely Chiang Mai International Airport, Chiang Mai International Airport, Hat Yai International Airport, or Phuket International Airport, to compare factors affecting flight delay with Don Mueang International Airport. Thank you very much for your intention. And anybody have any question?
Okay. This is the concluded presentation from Mr. Amornteb. Any question from the audience?
Amornteb.
Yes, Ajahn.
Can you hear me? Amornteb, did you study about the airline pilots to delay to like pilot companies? You study outside of this one too?
So sorry, Ajahn, can you say again, please?
Mean that because of aircraft delays, it affect to the pilots of the company airlines too. So do you study? Did you study some of the airline pilots delay?
No, Ajahn, I'm studying only the aircraft. Yes.
So you have to contest. It means that we'll tell someone to study about the delays of for the pilot for the airline company too. That's right. Suggestion.
Okay.
Suggestion.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because I will say ADP, airline development problems, airline delay management problem, airline delay. Okay, the effect to the pilot airline, maybe the pilot just blame to the ATC controllers. Okay.
Yes, I will note it.
Next, you have to study this one, or another to be the professors. Okay.
Okay, I hope to.
Okay, that's it, Dr. Bapon. You finished your question.
Okay, that's right.
Any question from the audience? Or if no question, I would like to ask a question to Amornteb. One question.
Yes,
from your research, you collect the data from the other airport, or especially like Suvarnabhumi Airport, have the same factor affecting flight delay or not?
I'm collecting the data from Suvarnabhumi Airport.
The same factor?
Yes, it's the same factor because the controller at the approach control service at Suvarnabhumi Airport is providing air traffic for the Don Mueang International Airport too.
Yes.
So the group of example is combined between Suvarnabhumi Airport for the approach control service. For the approach controller, for Don Mueang is Aerodrome controller.
Okay.
Because approach control and Don Mueang that provided by the area control center.
Area control.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Save money.
okay. Okay, that's it. Any question from the audience? No question? Okay, this is the complete presentation from Mr. Amornteb, Intasorn. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much อาจารย์ขอบคุณครับ
Congratulations.